I think we're live. Hi. Um, I'm looking at myself twice. Hello and welcome to JLJ this morning. I am JLJ of JLJ, and I am coming back because I'm back. It's been a week or so since we were off. It was take some time for yourself, time for me, and I took some time off to see family and friends and all of that. So that's why I'm here. I am back doing these again in the mornings. I will get back to you some more interviews. I have a list of people. I'm gonna start doing that. But I took some time off because I was tired. I celebrated a year doing this, this particular running a company as a network. But I got tired. That's why my hair is crazy. You're catching me in a tank top. You're catching me with hair. This is James Lott Jr. unplugged. Well, I actually unplugged in. My phone is plugged in, but I'm unplugged. So hello, everybody. Welcome. Everybody's having a good morning. And for those of you watching this East Coast or later, good afternoon, good evening. I try to get up early, do some of these, but it's just hot in LA. It is super hot, and it just, I saw my windows are closed, my stuff's closed up, so I'm trying to keep it cool in my house. I don't have air conditioning. So that's what sucks. When you don't have air conditioning, it's really crazy. That's a crazy thing. So it's just too much. But I am surviving because you got to think positive. This is where I live. Every year it happens. I don't have air conditioning. I have some fans. I have a ceiling fan going. Parts of my house are actually decent in the temperature, but not back here where I do most of my work. Of course. I took time off for myself. I need more time off, but I just can't do it. I have to come back at some point. We'll try to get some more time off later in the summer because it's just I needed it. Oh my God, I do everything, and it's good to see family and friends. I've been reuniting with people. That's been very nice. And as you see in the title, I said my heart tank is full because I got a chance to see my kids and grandkids last weekend. It was a great experience. It was wonderful, and I got a chance to spend time with all of my grandchildren and my daughters, and meet my new grandbaby. And I was there 3.5 days or so. And I had a nice train ride back where I relaxed. It went by really fast. It's like a 10-hour ride went by fast. That was really nice. And just here in LA, I've been meeting up with people again, and I was involved in a project a few days ago. That was great. And so my heart tank, as I describe it, is full. It's kind of like going to the gas station and filling up. This just feels different. I'm seeing wonderful people. I'm talking to wonderful people. I'm getting to hug people again. It's just we've never been in this position before. Just never. Good morning, Kirsten. We've never been in this position before. It's just something very strange. And I'm like, how do you handle this? It's so weird. But weirdly nice and weirdly positive and weirdly wonderful. So it's great. It's been great. Seeing other places besides Los Angeles. Like today, I have some stuff to do in the morning, some kind of work out in the morning. And after that, I'm really done. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do today. It's going to be hot today. I think I'm going to leave my house. I don't think I'm going to sit here and try to be in the house today. There's so many things I need to do that I want to get started again, my recordings and things. It's too hot. I'm not going to put myself through it. I'm going to put anybody else through it. If you live in LA, I'm going to put you through it. I don't have air conditioning. So if it has to be later this week or next week, that's what's going to have to be. You have to take care of yourself. That's just yourself. If you're uncomfortable, you can't do anything effectively. I'm going to be so uncomfortable. A lot of times when I record, I can't have the fans on because it picks up the fans and stuff. So it's like, I'm not going to do it to myself right now. I know it's summertime, so I know it's not going to be completely wearing Parkers or anything, but I need to kind of cool down a little, like 10 degrees. 10 degrees, and I'll be able to start doing that again. So if any of my actors are watching, we're going to get together soon. I'm just trying to see what the weather's like, and I can't concentrate. It's just too hot. I'm not going to kill myself on a Zoom call to record. That's one thing, you have to make some boundary lines for yourself. That's one of the things that for myself, I'm like, no, not going to happen. So yesterday was National Puerto Rican Day. Today, it's still Gay Pride Month. Love, okay, let's see it. Love wins. If I get out the glare. Love wins. JLJ Media supports the LGBTQIA plus community. We don't discriminate. We believe everybody has a right to live their lives fully. If you're, law-abiding citizens, you pay your taxes and don't try to hurt anybody else and just want to live your life, you should be able to live your life. I mean, that's what we're here on earth for. So we support hiring people from all walks of life, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, in the scenes. We do not discriminate. I come from oppressed people, that, we were brought here as Africans, were brought here against our will. And not to get super sick, because this month also is Juneteenth, which is another thing. Look that up, or you Google, look that up. We have a right to, we're here. So we're here. We have a right to live our lives fully and love and cry and dance and talk and jobs and all the stuff everybody else goes through. We should all be able to do that and do that safely, without repercussion, without having people hurt you physically or mentally or emotionally. God says, love your neighbor. So that's what you should be doing. Judgment is not for us. It's not our job to judge. That's my little soapbox thing right there. This mug was given to me, so I'm pulling it out for this month. Also want to give some RIPs to two people named James Lott. Last week was a strange week for me. My mother informs me that she got nervous for a second and saw there was a James Lott around my age in my profession who passed away. And I saw another James Lott, who I believe was younger, a friend of mine, who passed away too last week. I was going with these James Lotts dying. I don't know if there's a lesson for me in there somewhere. I guess not to make that cake I've been wanting to make for the last 2 months. I'm trying to lose weight, be healthier. It's a little weird. My mortality is in question a little. I was like, this is kind of interesting. They have a couple of James Lotts pass away, and one especially is my age. I take my mortality seriously. Well, first of all, I feel for the families, feel for the folks out there, whoever's affected by these James Lotts, who share my name. I'm sorry for them with their loss. For me, I always say that. I don't say this very often. It freaks people out, of course, when I say it, but I do feel this way. I don't know if I'm gonna live to old age. You may be saying, James, you're old now. No. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it that far. I don't know. I've always had this feeling that I'll probably make it to 70. I don't have a number. But I don't know if I'll make it to like old age. I don't know if I am. I don't know if I will. I'm not afraid of death or anything like that. I'm not afraid of that. Been near death several times. I'm not afraid of it. But I just know that what it does for me is I don't sit in sadness or kind of like worry or anything like that. Not at all. But what it does for me is it really shows me to stay present. It informs me to stay present. It makes me stay present. And like whatever I'm doing, people always say, well, James, when you do stuff, you're in there 110%. That's true. When I do something, I am in it. When I'm producing songs or writing audio dramas, I am in it. I am in it to win it. I'm in it to have fun. I'm in it for the experience. I'm in it to help other people have experiences and move them along and lift them up. That's exactly why I do all this stuff. It's I want to leave something behind for people that goes, well, possibly, yeah, I love that song, that series. I was doing my numbers for the week. I just glanced. I'm gonna do them after I finish this. I was glancing at them, and I saw one of my audio dramas, The Easter Hare, got a big boost this week for some reason. The numbers on a Monday and a Wednesday, for some reason, they just like, I'm trying to think, did I talk about it somewhere? I think I did a show or two where I talked about it. So that's possible. It could have lifted that way. But it's just all of a sudden I got a bunch of listens and downloads. And that's great. Easter came out in April. and every month it's getting more and more stuff. So I'm like, okay, I like that. I'll take that. I like that. And it just made me go, I'm glad I did that series. I had a great time doing it. I had a vision. I did 110%. I had some great actors who came in and performed the F out of that show. And I'm very proud people are going to listen to it. It was one of my critically acclaimed shows. It wasn't one of my biggest, but it people loved and to me it was like, that's great, because they loved it. It's enough numbers, it's okay. But for me to bring it back for a second season, but people loved it in terms of the creativity part, that's part of life. I was creating something out of scratch, trying something new, and I feel like it worked. I feel like it worked. I got a few calls with my audio dramas last week from some people, and asking for my advice, because I started this thing. Me and Casey Hutcherson of Forever and a Day started this thing last year. We know what we're doing. We're trying to figure it out. I watched him, then I kind of figured out my little section, and we worked it out, and now people are doing it. And it just, again, the mortality of, we're not here forever. We're not getting out alive. It's just not how that works. And we're all going to have our time up at some point, but it's that kind of, it is that kind of thing. If you died tomorrow, would you have any regrets? How would you feel? How'd your life? Like, it was good. I can actually say I've done a lot of stuff, and I'm good. I worry less about stuff now. Stuff bothers me less. There's some things that bother me more. I get more crotchety as I get older. But also there are a lot of things that bother me less. I was on a shoot recently, and everybody took pictures together. I'm not in any pictures. No one asked me to take a picture. And later, we're like, "We didn't get a picture with you. You weren't in a picture." I'm like, "I was there all day, and no one asked me." That would have bothered me a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. That doesn't bother me. It's like, I was there. I did my job. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm very proud of what happened that day. Some great product was produced. It's not always conscious what people are doing. It's not that people are being mean or doing it on purpose. Sometimes just oversights happen. You always have to look at the big picture of things. I don't want to be upset all the time. I don't want to be angry all the time. I don't want to be fighting all the time. I just don't. It doesn't. I don't want that. It's just too much energy. So it's like, well, my name pictures. You guys didn't ask me to pictures. I'm not gonna be offended. My name will be on the credits. I was there. My contribution was there. That's enough for me. You learn to lean back and relax, and look at things for what they are, and just what's your business. And it was a great experience for me. Again, living my life to the fullest. It was a great experience for me to see that. Also, I've had several deaths in my life recently, and we had the funerals later because they couldn't do them earlier. And going to the cemetery a lot recently. That's interesting, because I plan on being cremated. I don't want to be in the ground. I don't want to plot or anything like that. For me, I usually I don't go to cemeteries for anything really. Don't visit my relatives or anything like that. But I have a couple of relatives that are in there now that I'm kind of having fun visiting them and making their space kind of pretty and adding things to it. And it's very peaceful, and we've had this amazing weather. It was very interesting. It is somewhat calming, even though I believe their body is there maybe, or their spirit's already gone. But it's a place. And I was watching other people as we were driving through. Some folks were set up, picnics, and they're talking. They have chairs and umbrellas. They're just talking to them. I'm like, wow, I guess it's a place for folks. And I know some cultures and religions you go all the time and visit. But for me, last couple of weeks, it's been very interesting going to funerals too, but going to these sites and hanging out in the cemetery. And it's kind of peaceful, kind of quiet. No one's gonna say nothing. So very interesting thing too. So again, about being present, just being there, being present, being one with the wind and the sun and the flowers and the grass. We got to do more of that. It's just very important to do that. But like I said, I don't want to be here forever, but I just know a long time. But I just know that while I'm here, I'm going to continue to try to live my life to the fullest, do what I can, and try to enjoy it all until it's my time to go. One of the funny things this week, They re-aired my episode Let's Make a Deal, which I didn't anticipate. I didn't realize they did summer reruns. But besides, they have 10,000 shows. I'm thinking they can rerun anything. I did the show originally January 6th of this year. A lot of people saw it, I guess, but a lot of people didn't see it. And I was getting phone calls and texts like, "Oh my God, there you are, dressed as a taco." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, it's like watching my old episode, but they re-aired it, and that gave me a lot more attention again last week. My friend Flo and I talk about this all the time, about me and this new level that I've kind of unlocked. I feel like I'm a game. I unlocked this new level. I'm not famous by any means. A lot of people don't know me at all. But there are folks who do know me, and I know a lot of people. I was talking to somebody else the other day. He's like, "You know everybody." I just been around a long time. They always say you just stay on the road. You'll run everybody at some point. Um, and one of my old friends calls me the most famous unfamous person in Hollywood. I know a lot of people. I have my friends at the Emmys and talking about me with people. I mean, it's just kind of Emmy red carpet. It's like I know a lot of people. An amazing taco. Thank you, Kirsten. Amazing taco. I'm delicious. And I'm not famous by any means, but it's funny when you get a little bit of notice. Everybody around you, how they act, how they treat you, how they talk to you, strangers who recognize you. My other friend Caesar and he did a show where he became kind of famous for a moment. It's such a strange thing. I'm afraid probably tired of talking about this, but it's such a strange thing because whatever you pictured and thought it would be, it's not that. It just isn't. And more eyes are watching you. So it's kind of like you have to watch what you do and say a little bit. Like whatever I'm saying now can be repeated, put out there. Somebody could get upset, and somebody could be like, try to cancel me or something. Who knows what somebody said? But it's one of those things that just when you're kind of anonymous, just kind of like doing your stuff, and you're a small fish. No one's listening to you, bothering you. But in reality, you gotta watch what you do then too, because you do become big. Because my friend Tony Moore does this all the time too. You never know who's gonna blow up. You never know. We're all that one project away from going viral, and I've gone viral several times. I can tell you, it is the craziest thing. One of the crazy things is people either becoming fans of yours. My friend has a fan page created for him. I don't have that. He has a fan page. I have my own fan page, but he has a fan page. People using your pictures for things. People posting pictures of you in positions you like. Oh, that's me. Why do I look like that? It's a trip. It's a trip. It's a total trip. People recognizing you at a Starbucks or McDonald's. It is. And then you think, "Wow, it's glamorous." It's nice, but it's weird. I have to watch when I leave my house. Don't show where exactly I live. I always mention I live in Inglewood, but that's it. Inglewood's big, so you can try to find me. You can find me. My phone number is out there somewhere because of my business, so I have to be careful with that. It's like who has my phone number. It's just it's nice on some level, of course. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say, well, it wasn't a nice boost. It's nice. People say stuff, but it's also weird when they're like, "Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God." It's like, you don't know me. You don't know who I am. They think you know, you think you know me, but you don't know who I am. It's such a strange thing. Also, like I said, I'm not rich. People think you're rich. Like I live in my house. I own a house, and I'm fine. But like I'm not rich or anything. I mean, I bills are getting paid and stuff, but like I'm not living high on the hog. I have been richer than this and lived high on the hog. But I chose this profession, which the money is up and down all around. So it's you're as good as your last project, right? But I'm not complaining about any kind of notice I've gotten. I worked very hard, and it's nice to get notices. It's nice that people say, "Good job with your work," or "I enjoy something you've done." And I hope to leave something behind. I hope people. I got interviewed for something recently that really was like nice because it was about history. And they said I'm part of that history, and I thought, I guess I am part of that history. Um, I've been around long enough now that I mean I have been around for things. And I was watching another thing, another documentary, and I'm like, I know that person, I know that person. I was there when that happened. It's getting older is very interesting, folks. I recommend it, but it's just but the getting to the next, everybody wants to get to the next level, everybody to the next level. It's a trip when you get there. When people say to you, I love that song of yours, they name one of your songs. You're like, so you actually listen to my song. Like I'd have to pay you for that. Or someone goes, I want to be interviewed by you. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Ari Rostigar, really nice guy, really nice guy. I mean, he does so much money in business in Austin, Texas. We had the best conversation, best talk. He's amazing and very giving, and money hasn't changed him. He's still the same guy, and I think it's very cool, and that he admires my work. I'm like, really? You admire me? I mean, I'm out there. I'm in the trenches, you guys. I'm out there in the trenches, just like trying to make stuff happen, and survive in this heat. It's hot. I'm hungry. I guess I'm gonna make. I don't want to turn on my stove. Like, so I guess maybe I'll have cereal. I guess we'll do that. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna end it here. I try to keep these short because I love talking to you guys. I keep these short. So if you're watching this later, thanks for watching. JLJ this morning is on Facebook. It's on Twitter. We're not on Instagram yet. We're on Facebook. I'm trying to decide. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Follow us there. You can follow me. We're all James Lott Jr. is sold at James Lott Jr. All social media platforms, all of them. And we're here in the morning. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good night.